Hello, everyone. My name is Tim B. Green, and this is Crush It Club episode 39. That's 39 videos in 39 days. So today's small type is proto-testing fixes overthinking. That's hard to do. This is actually probably one of my favorite of Matthew E. May's techniques, simply because I've been doing this for many years myself. I didn't really need to learn this from him. It just gave me another piece of vocabulary, another word to use to describe what I do. I, over many years of looking at success training and stuff, have come to the conclusion that a lot of it is utter bullshit. And the main reason is it's all about, you have to plan this out. And they plan it to death and under execute not at all, or they execute not at all. Though much of the material talks about execution is essential. So I'll give them credit for that, because it's really we humans who under execute. At the same time, they're mostly selling the feel good and the planning by our products, rather than plan minimally, which is my philosophy over many years of seeing what actually works. You only really need to know your destination and your immediate next step. And here's what I mean by that. So proto-testing is the third of the fixes. So proto-testing, according to Matthew E. May in the book Winning the Brain Game, is the fix for overthinking, and therefore the title here. So it's totally true. And ironically, this is in effect leaping. That is, oh, okay, we have something. We have a good solution. Let's use this solution, which is one of the fatal thinking flaws. Now, I'm going to talk about that in a second, why contradiction is not a bad thing. It has to do with the limit of our knowledge, the complexity of reality, and heuristics. Cognitive heuristics. So we'll jump back to that, but let me put it this way, and that is that my whole philosophy for many years now is all I need to know is what I need to do now. So let me give you an example. For me, I woke up this evening, because it's evening here already. It's 7:56 p.m. my local time, because I'm pretty much living on a mostly North American schedule. And yeah, so let me get off of that, because I don't know what I was going to say other than that's when I wake up. So I immediately, after waking up, ideally without the need for an alarm, which I was able to do today, I meditate for 3/4 of an hour, followed by getting my butt immediately out of bed. No 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown necessary. It's just 5 seconds of pretending something is effective as far as I'm concerned. Then getting right to my task. And what is my task every morning right now? I already know it when I wake up. I don't have to spend days planning this. I don't have to check on a calendar or any of that crap, over planning and under executing. I simply have to get out of bed to right where I am now, which is literally, 2 feet from the edge of my bed, because I have a bachelor apartment. It's the most cost-effective place for me to live right now. So I get out of my bed, I get on my computer, I know what I need to do. If I can't actually remember the episode I'm planning, if I haven't even created the episode I'm planning for the day, I then need to create it. It almost never do I struggle to do this, because my reticular activating system, which I've talked about before, has been severely or consistently trained to know, Tim, you have to have a creative, useful, valuable idea to share with people so that they'll want to watch this every day. So it already knows to let that from the environment and my experiences into my consciousness, which serves this goal, because I've given it significance. it has significance and it does not become ignored, like the feeling of my glasses on my face. So proto-testing goes straight to what I'm talking about. And that is, I already know what I'm going to do. I don't need to plan the hell out of it to get to where I want to go. I know where the destination is. I immediately make a proto-test. And in this case, proto-testing means prototyping and testing combined. That means make them minimally temporally, that is time, and financially cheapest. Now, normally it's called a minimal viable product in the product development space. And unfortunately, that has spilled over into products we as consumers experience, which is the wrong way to use it in my very strong and decided opinion, which is rapid prototyping is to be done on the pre-consumer development innovation side, not post-consumer. Here's a crappy, barely acceptable product. Now let's sell it. And then take the incomplete, what is an incomplete product, and then make profit on it and make that better. No. Beta test it, sure. So that's all proto testing really is like take your idea or your product or your solution, bring it into objective reality, then test it in objective reality. That's the big thing. It really is science. This is the one place marketing really uses science properly. They use it in A/B testing and other places. But the bottom line is you take it out of your head, out of that over planning stage where most people live forever. They're too busy trying to make the perfect flow chart into reality and say, okay, let's test this out. That's what I'm doing with these episodes. They are far from perfect. Nobody is specifically paying for them, but they're still delivering quality, and it is allowing me to evolve. And over time, when I have the resources to do it, they'll be more beautifully edited and all that other crap. In the meantime, I'm proving my point, which is taking action every day is more valuable than having perfect action every day. But it's not without clear direction. And yet, and this is where the proto-testing comes in, so you make your physical prototype, your conceptual prototype, your product prototype, your solution prototype. Now you test it in the real world, and the universe, as I've said before, doesn't care about you. It will give you the results it gives you. If you try to use make an airplane and you design it wrong and you shoot it off, or people fly it off and it crashes and everybody dies, not because the universe hated you. It's not because the universe liked you. Again, let's go back to the tea principle. The universe was thinking about you about as much as this cup of tea is thinking about you, which is not at all. So this is the core of my principles, is proto-testing, though I haven't called it that, and I didn't learn it from Matthew E. May. But if you've never heard of it, this is life-changing for your business and your life. And that is, once you have found a solution, at least a solution that you can workably test by making that prototype as cheaply, as quickly as possible, and then test it against objective reality to produce results, which can then be used to loop back into a new prototype, going through any one of these, any one of May's 7 fixes, or any sort of brainstorming, framestorming, whatever it is, to then make a better one. This is the essence of rapid prototyping and rapid development, which, as I said, should really stay in the lab, in the tests, not be foisted onto the consumers to fix the problems and flaws of companies who want to make money too fast. So that's really all there is to this. Take your idea, product, application, strategy, test it in the real world as cheap and as quick as you can so you can get objective feedback from the universe, results, scientific empirical results. Then use that to loop back and improve your process or whatever it is. My name is Tim B. Green. This has been Crush It Club, episode 39. Proto testing fixes Overthinking. Bye for now.